about one of my favorite gemstones, a gemstone that I've actually had the privilege to go over to Tanzania and mine. And it really was this unreal experience that was absolutely exceptional and extraordinary in every way, shape, and form, everything you ever dreamed of. The story of Tanzanite goes a little bit like this. And we have some brand new, as a preview to Rockefellers, who is going to be debuting our gold pieces. I have all of our holiday pieces in sterling silver. This has been one of the biggest honors I have gotten since coming to JTV, is to be able to debut for you all of our holiday pieces. They were held for this show, 6 a.m. on the East Coast. Some of the things that I got as feedback from our buyers, prices have been very challenging. We got in a huge holiday order. We rejected over half of it. The color and the clarity wasn't there. These were all-time favorite reorders, and we had to send them back. Not because we didn't like the designs and styles, they're top-rated reorders, but because they did not come back in the quality of Tanzanite that you want, we had to reject them. So we sit at a moment with Tanzanite that's beyond pivotal. And if you're brand new to the story of Tanzanite, here it is. Back in the 1960s, so in 1967, Tiffany & Company is actually the ones that brought Tanzanite to the retail market. It was originally called blue zoisite, and they renamed it Tanzanite. In the 60s, the GIA only gave Tanzanite around 16 to 20 years. It's found in one source in the world. It's this really majestic place at the base of Mount Kilimanjaro in these rolling foothills right near that area. The mine itself was controlled by a company called Tanzanite One, and Paige, you can pull that up whenever you'd like to, was controlled by a company called Tanzanite One for a very long time. Tanzanite One, and so we're celebrating 50 years, friends. Look at how majestic this place is. Tanzanite One actually sold and got out. They are no longer the owners of the mine. They sold the mine and left. So here's kind of the story of Tanzanite and this unbelievable journey it's been on. But you have to understand that if the GIA gives you 16 to 20 years, they mean it. Now we sit at a moment that in that mine, it's the deepest colored gemstone mine in the world. The depths are so far into the earth. The mining conditions, you have to imagine, every time you go down, it gets harder and harder and harder. There's Dawn selling Tanzanite loose at JTV. We now sit with 50 years of Tanzanite in this moment where Tanzanite One sold and got out. JTV has been bringing you Tanzanite for years at affordable values, at unbelievable values. The Tanzanite government now controls the mine, and at periods in time, they've gone upwards to a year with finding nothing. When I was there in November of 2013, I spoke to miners directly at the mine that said they had been mining for over 3 months and they had found nothing. Can you imagine going in and day out and finding nothing? I'm going to take you on a little bit of my journey before we jump into it, just because if you're brand new, thank you for those of you that are friends and family and watching and enjoying with me. Happy Thanksgiving to you, by the way. My name is Jana. Thank you for being here. These are my personal photos posted on my personal page for you to take a look at. This is literally what you are in the middle of when you go to the mine in Tanzania. That's the mine shaft, which is even deeper and further down than I can ever imagine going at this point in time. This little guy just made me smile. This is me climbing into the mine, and it just goes on and on and on. One of the mines does have a little kind of, I guess one of those little rollers you go down in, but this one was all ladders climbing down into the mine. These little guys we passed on the way. This is us kind of at the base of Mount Kilimanjaro taking a picture up towards it, and then the mines are right in here. When I went, Tanzanite One was still in control of those mines. Before Tanzanite One left, they actually had to lay back off half of their workers. So they went down from 1,200 workers to 600 workers, and now there's even less. And as you kind of journey through Tanzania, it's this unbelievable place with so many majestic creatures, and it's so striking, but it really is flooring that we now sit at a point in time when we are looking at the fact that they have gone months, they've gone up to a year finding nothing. And these are the miners that I sat and talked with that said, you know, they found nothing for months at a time. We're going to go through what we brought in for holiday. And I've got all of the top pieces. Some of them are reorders. Some of them are brand new for you. If you've ever priced out Tanzanite per carat, I'm with you. I worked for a company in the Caribbean. That's how I got to go to the mine. And if you've ever shopped for it, there are a lot of people out there that will tell you priced in a solitaire, a 1 carat solitaire, Tanzanite doesn't come any less than, say, 500, 600, 700, 800. Some people say up to 1,200, up to 1,800 a carat. If you want the finest in gold, it is going to be tonight on Rockefeller's. If you want the best that we bring to the table in silver at the best values, we've got it right now. So if you're in the other room, this is the only segment of the show I'm going to ask you to come in here with. As far as Tanzanite goes, you can go ahead and put it. Tanzanite's not like other gemstones. The deeper, the darker the color, the more valuable the stone. I'm going to tell you straight up how it is on every single one of these. The color range for Tanzanite, we reject at this point the lighter violets. We have some still available on jtv.com, not many. But if you are brand new, I'm going to tell you right now that our prices on Tanzanite are astounding. The first time I came to JTV, I stopped selling Tanzanite in the middle of my show. I literally had to stop selling it because I was like, I can't sell Tanzanite at these prices because you know Tanzanite, I know Tanzanite. Prices like JTV brings you are not a reality. If you haven't pre-ordered on the studs, please, and I have to thank you because we are already well below 400. A lot of you have been ordering, so thank you. Let's talk about round cuts. Nobody wants to cut them in Tanzanite. Think about how many round cuts you've seen in your life of Tanzanite. It's a specialty cut. Tanzanite is this beautiful pleochroic gem. None of this would matter. The whole story wouldn't matter. The fact that it's a generational gemstone, the fact that we now stand at a moment where with Tanzanite, we don't know if our daughters, our granddaughters are going to be able to even find it on the primary market. If Tanzanite wasn't one of the prettiest gemstones you'd ever laid eyes on, none of this would matter.